Hi, I'm Isho and welcome to my workshop. So today I'm doing some prototyping and this will be handles. I'm doing, well, basically two different types and two different sizes each. So as you can see by the condition of my workshop, there has been a lot of action for the past couple of weeks, and yeah, a lot of new products were developed, and also something was made to order and stuff like that. So at least I have good dust extraction. So the stock that I'm preparing is actually pine, which is really soft wood and not adequate to be a final product. And but I'm using it only for this prototyping. So the finished products will be done from oak, maple, and walnut. And the reason why I'm not doing from that is because of some geometry that I need to check. So I'm basically doing it from pine, and I'm not really sure of some things, and you will see later in the video that when I use the second bit, which is like the finishing bit, bullnose bit, you will see some different strange movements, and this is why I rather check with softwood and then to spend money on some expensive wood like walnut and maybe damage even in my bit. So so this is just basic preparation, and now I'm going to actually put it in a thicknesser. So as you can see, I have this combined, so jointing is on top and thicknesser is on the bottom, and I will just put thickness into 27 millimeters as needed, and then go to the CNC and make all the necessary preparations. This next bit is pretty straightforward, so mark the center of the workpiece, also the ends, so that I know where I can actually drill the holes for the screws. Now I'm also countersinking them from both sides, so that when I place the screws they actually do not leave the workpiece. This happens really often because the work table is actually covered in MDF, and MDF tends to, well, buckle a little bit up when you screw it down. And just for prevention, I'm also placing double-sided stick tape, and this will hold actually really nice. So I'm really surprised. This is not some expensive stuff. This is not 3M or stuff like that. This is the cheapest one that I found. I don't remember how much was it, but I know that it was really cheap. And now I'm just placing it parallel to the table, and now I know that it's actually on the x-axis. Perfect. Now it's time to actually place the first bit, and the first one will be the rougher. It's a 12 millimeter bit, which is just under half an inch, and it's called the rougher because it's an end mill, two flute, but it has serrated edges, and it really is good at gouging out the material that it's actually, well, not visible here. So, and you will see this a lot, that I'm cleaning the collets and I'm cleaning the chuck at every tool exchange. This is not something that I'm got used to, but I had an accident with, well, this nut, it seized up on me, and I had to Dremel it out. So I taught myself to actually do this, and had no issues so far. So this is the rougher, and this is the bullnose bit, which will be the finishing bit, and then I will use also this end mill, which is 6 millimeter end mill, and this will be used only for the screw holes, and that is for the nut that will go in, and that will attach the hardware later on, and also for the dowel bits, and you will see that why. You know, dowels will be used as a centering when I will be flipping the piece. Now here something happened. Basically I made this centered. Now I will place it to be Z0, and magically it's all done. This is because I either forgot or either deleted with the videos of roughing and actually the final pass of the bottom side. So you will see the top. So now I will just, once this was roughed out, the contour was done, and with ball nose bit, now it's time to actually drill the holes, which will be used for nuts. And now you see here the longer drilling is for the dowels. And now once the CNC is out of the way, we can see how it looks like, you know. Now we are going to flip the piece, but before flipping I need to return the 6mm bit that I have, zero it out, and then drill the 3 holes that are mirror image of what it was on that, well, I call it the bottom side, but that was the top, that was actually the bottom side, and now we will machine the top side. So the bottom side now will go down, and we will proceed with machining the top. So here you can see I'm not using the dust extraction on purpose, because it happened to me that I, well, because of many holes that I have in my table and I need to replace it, I couldn't find which ones were cut, that is milled recently. So that's why I leave dust extraction off, and actually where the dust is, I know that those holes are there. And now I'm just removing some burrs and stuff like that, so that the piece is flush with the table. And I will proceed to, actually now you will see, place the dowels. And those dowels, once you rotate the piece, will actually sit perfectly on the table. Next I will just add some double-sided tape also, just to be sure, and then continue. And as with the bottom side, the upper side is no different. So first the roughing bit and then the ball nose bit. So now I didn't actually forgot to record this, so you will see it in action. And after everything is done, I just remove the tabs, that is, I break them with a chisel. Usually when I work with hardwood, I use the multi-tool exclusively. I never use the chisel. I tried to use it a couple of times and it broke my piece, so chisel, no way. So multi-tool is the way to go. Here I noticed some issues with the geometry, that actually the rougher didn't do its job very well, so I will need to play with some offset, but it's fixable. That's why the prototypes are here. Now I'm just sending it with 80 grit and then 200 grit, just so that I have some edge, to see how it's look like, how does it look like, how it feels, and that's it. The main purpose of this test is the function. Look, yeah, definitely, but so you can see the look by rendering and everything, and you have an idea, but function is far different than just look. So here I'm just sending it to be semi workable, usable. Next thing is to test also these small screws. Basically they have, from outside they have like a wood screw, and from the inside they have the metric screw that will attach the screws that go through the drawer fronts or kitchen fronts. So I'm just testing it. I know that it works because I use this on other handles that I'm doing, but it doesn't hurt to test more. And I will just apply some double-sided tape to each of the handle and attach it to, well, my table saw in this case. And what I'm looking for is the clearance. So the clearance for the hands, the fingers, and how it actually holds. And as this was not the smartest idea that I had, the handles were falling apart due to the fact that the that the opening of the table saw were went really hard. So I just put some WD-40, and now it's actually really better, so but testing, yeah. So this is a small handle. It really feels nice, so it's basically for one finger. That's how it was intended. And this, you can actually place it vertically, horizontally, and this is the bigger one, and actually you can stick the whole hand there. So really happy with this. And since these are prototypes, why not have some fun? So I just placed two finishes. This one is olive, and the second one, the dark one, is called palisander. And that's, I don't know why they call it palisander. It looks more like dark, like walnut than the walnut. I will not be staining the finished pieces, as they will be made from oak, maple, and walnut. This is just for fun. Yeah. So here they are, and to be honest, they actually look worse than they were without stain, but never mind. That's why the prototypes are here. So basically, when you take a look at here, you see that there's a lot of room for fingers, and I'm really happy with all the shapes and everything, so how they turned out. So these are fine, ready for production. Few things that I need to settle, and they will be done, and then they will look like these beauties here that I have, so just oak with wax and mineral oil finish. This is hard wax, so it's actually really durable. And yeah, thanks for watching.